In this video, I want to go through the features of Abra Cadabra, the Google Chrome alternative to Atlas. So it's an AI browser agent which can control your mouse and do work for you just by you giving a text prompt. You literally add it to Chrome in the same way you'd add any extension to Chrome. You go to the Chrome store, type Abra Cadabra, and then you install it. Now I just want to show you the steps that you'll need, and this is the one over here. You just add it to Chrome here. Let me just show you some things to know when you're using it. When you click on it, when you first come, you're going to need to add your API key, your Gemini API key. To do that, you just click Get Your API Key. Over here, you'll need to enter a kind of billing agreement with Gemini. You need to I don't think the free tier works. If you try using the free tier, it doesn't work. So you just have to set up billing, and then it will work for you. It's pretty cheap. I've been using it for about 2-3 hours and it's only costing me about $2. So make sure you monitor those costs, but they're very cheap. You don't need a ChatGPT membership, obviously. And let me show you what it can do. So to do anything on the page, you just type something like download all the images on this page, for example, and click mouse control. Just an example case is what you'd want to do. You can even say go to Facebook, post this, find the latest AI news, post that. As you probably see, as you can see, you can download all the files on the page just like that. It literally downloaded all the different files, and it just gives you the job is done. I've evaluated step 1. I downloaded all the images on the page, etc. So that's just an example use case. Over here, you have the ability to enhance prompt. You don't have to use that. And you can have a safety over here if you want it to ask you before it does anything potentially risky. Then you have this button here, which is the saved prompts. Now, I love this. Over here, you can create detailed prompts. You write them once and you save them, and then you can always access them just by clicking whichever one you want. For example, any of the different saved prompts. That way you don't have to keep prompting like you would with Atlas, for example. Then you have the ability to chat with this page, just regular chat with the page. Summarize this Chrome extension for me in one line. And then you can kind of ask about the page you're on, you know, the summary, the regular stuff that you're used to. Automates web tasks using natural language, positioning itself as the best Atlas alternative, with advanced features and focus on privacy. Fantastic. So then you can also chat with the agent while it's working. So if it's doing some work for you, you can kind of tell it, no, don't go this page, don't go that page. You can kind of help it along if it gets stuck. Now this is unbelievable, and this is where Abra Cadabra advances over Atlas. You can create custom rules for different websites. So let me show you my saved rules. For example, whenever you're on Etsy, for just an example, Etsy.com and anything that comes after that. So anything after Etsy.com, this rule will apply to it. If the user says black, they really mean white. Now, I know this is a weird, stupid rule, which doesn't make sense, and no one would ever actually use this. But let me just show you this for a section in action, just so you can see how this would actually, Etsy. Let me just show you how this would work. I want black sneakers size 22. So now, because I've added a custom prompt that whenever I type black, I mean white. So as you can see, it's searching for white sneakers instead of black sneakers because it's honored the custom prompt. Now, I know this wasn't such a great use case, but you can use this section here to put in perhaps login information or the information that's necessary for your agent to do the right job on your specific task. So let's just show you an example of chatting with a working agent. Search for black sneakers, not white. So I'm really trying to get it to undo kind of what the custom prompt has done. And then you'll see it will be able to then listen to me and follow my new instructions. And as you can see, he's now listening to me and changing what his original pre-prompting was done. So as you can see, there's a lot of control that you have with this agent. And then the last but not least, in the settings section, you can create a background prompt which will work across every single job that your agent does for you. which basically means you have control over the general personality of your agent. So in general, the idea of this kind of tool is to be able to go from one page to the other on the internet and do tasks. For example, find the latest news and post it on my Facebook, Discord, Twitter, and all of my different social media platforms. That would be the kind of use case for this kind of tool. This was the features video for Abra Cadabra. Don't forget to subscribe and see you in the next one.